the heart of the Inca Empire. Welcome to the Sacred Valley. Located in the Peruvian Andean highlands, the Sacred Valley, stretching 60 kilometers, is home to fertile farmlands and Spanish colonial towns. Being one of the most popular day tours to take from the city of Cusco, in this video, we want to show you guys what this excursion entails and the fascinating spots that we visit. From archaeological sites to visiting the vast Mara salt mines, the Sacred Valley is definitely a worthy tour to add to your Peru itinerary.
Good morning from Cusco. It's looking really nice today as it has been raining for the last few days. We're really excited to head off on the Sacred Valley tour. I think we're gonna hit up 5 or 6 different spots.
And I just want to take a moment to appreciate Jason's new sweater. Look how snazzy he looks in his Andean hoodie. But we're really excited, and if you guys like the tour that we're going on and all the sites that we're going to see, we actually booked it through Get Your Guide. There are plenty of tour agencies that we can book in town, but we love that we can actually read all the reviews, and this one seems to be really good. We just arrived in the town of Chinchero, which has an archaeological site, and it's actually such a beautiful town. There are alpacas everywhere. The view is amazing from here, and we're actually at 3,750 meters in elevation, so I can definitely feel it as we're walking along here.
There are a few extra costs that you should be aware of. No matter which tour you book, these things are going to be separate and you must pay them in cash. Now we have 2 tickets right over here, obviously for me and Lauren, and they cost 70 soles. This is your entrance tickets to all of the archaeological sites. Now there is another cost, which is 20 soles, and that is to visit the salt mine because that is private property. So in total, make sure to bring at least 90 soles per person in cash before heading off on the tour. First archaeological site here in Chinchero is actually really gorgeous. I just love the way all of these stone steps with the grass on top is laid out, and it's so well preserved. You can see the Moody Mountains, the valley right there below. What's really interesting is that this land is actually amazing for cultivating things like potatoes, barley, wheat, but the Peruvian government actually bans it because it's an archaeological site.
For our second stop, we came to a weaving textile center, and we're going to learn a lot about how the Incas used to create all the different textiles and how they managed to get the colors naturally from natural sources like different vegetables and plants.
Look how beautiful the scarf is. It's so intricately designed, hand woven of course, and what's wild is that it takes 15 to 60 days, working 6 to 8 hours to make one scarf. It's absolutely insane. Good for them for doing that. Wow, it's absolutely beautiful.
Do you feel a difference? So one of them is adult and then the other one is baby alpaca.
Yeah, so you have a feel the baby one's definitely softer. Now, I think, based on what she said, is that baby doesn't actually mean it's a little baby alpaca, but it just means the very first wool shed that alpaca has. This one. We are here at our second archaeological site, which is Moray. You can see these really beautiful terraces running up and down, and terrace in the old Quechua language and old Inca language is muyu. We actually had no idea that people still spoke it today, but across South America there are over 10 million people that do. And what's really interesting about this site right here is that it's an old Inca sort of an experimental greenhouse. With each depressing terrace, the temperature actually drops by an entire degree. So they were able to grow so many different things here.
We just entered the Mata salt mines, and this salt mine is composed of 4,500 salt wells. What's crazy is that it's only extracted about once a month, and in the rainy season usually has a bit of a brownish color. Put it in the dry season from May to October, you're gonna get a pinkish whitish color salt, which is really desirable. We actually get these little souvenir salt packets with the price of our ticket. We just finished up with the salt mines, and our tour guide gave us a little bit of a rundown. She actually explained that during the wet season, from November to March, they actually don't extract any of the salt. They don't work at all. But throughout the other 7 months, they extract 600 tons of salt just right here.
We are here in the town of Urubamba, and it actually looks really cool hidden by all these different mountains. But unfortunately, we're here just to eat lunch, which, by the way, of course, we're not complaining whatsoever. The tour actually does start at about 6:30 in the morning. Right now it's about noon, so it is the perfect time to go and grab some food. I know Lauren's hungry. I'm hungry. So excited to eat.
Buffet is actually so much crazier than we expected. Usually on these tours, the spreads that you get are pretty mediocre. But here at this restaurant, it's nice. We got some live music, and the buffet selection is so amazing. You get some fresh foods, got some fresh salads, some quinoa salads, and you have so many different hot foods as well. You got some beef curry, chicken curry, you got a plantain tortilla, fish stew, different carbs, tons of veggies, and the best part of all, ceviche, and it's actually trout ceviche. I can't wait to try it.
After lunch, we have come to our third archaeological site, which is Ollantaytambo. Now, not only is this an agricultural site and a religious site, but it's actually a spot of strategic defense. And often some people call it the gateway to Machu Picchu. Now, the reason why is back in the day, the Incas actually held a successful defense against the Spanish in this very fortress. Right now, we're going to head up to the Sun Temple, but to do so, you can already hear me going out of breath because we need to climb 242 steps.
You know you're in a really touristy spot when you see all the crowds of people and there's a traffic jam in front of you. This is our final spot on the tour, and I took a nice nap in the van because it took us an hour and a half to get here from Ollantaytambo, and this is Pisac. It's our final archaeological site, and these are terraces that are really, really deep. There are about 40 terraces that create this inverted triangle that you can see from the air, and on the side of the mountain, you can actually see holes right into it that create the tombs that were used for burials for the nobles back in the day.
Okay, so Pisac was actually just the last archaeological site. We actually have one more stop on our tour. Right now we are in Pisac town. I'm not exactly sure what it is we're doing here, but we're about to find out. We're back in Cusco now, and honestly the last stop wasn't really a stop. It's kind of a way for them to get us to spend some money on the different jewelry. But hey, if you're someone who likes to shop on your tours, who likes jewelry, then that's great for you.
We actually really enjoyed this tour. It was a super long day, over 12 hours. But if you're a history buff and you want to learn a lot about Incan culture and history starting in Peru, this is a tour for you. We really hope that you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.